ongoing coverage of the gun debate here in Rhode Island continues.
And today, Governor Raimondo and Attorney General Peter Neronha introduced some new bills aimed at cracking down on gun violence.
These plans are being called common sense gun safety legislation. Eyewitness News reporter Molly O'Brien is live in Providence with what's being proposed to keep Rhode Islanders safe. Molly?
The governor said today outright that gun control is a complicated issue, and while some progress has been made, more needs to be done. So today in the State House, in a room full of gun control advocates and Second Amendment advocates, the governor introduced 4 new gun control bills she says will save lives. Thursday, Governor Raimondo and Attorney General Peter Neronha unveiled their package of comprehensive gun safety reforms.
These bills and more to come will save lives. We know that.
Law enforcement, politicians, and community activists joined the event. Members of the Second Amendment Rights Coalition standing quietly in back. Raimondo says it's everyone's obligation to do more for common sense gun control.
This is not about taking away guns from people who are lawful and got an appropriate background check.
New legislation is aimed at keeping schools and streets safe. Proposals include preventing concealed weapons on school grounds, requiring firearms to be safely stored, banning loaded rifles and shotguns in cars on public roads, and banning straw purchasers, making it a crime to buy a firearm for someone who's not allowed to have one. Second Amendment rights advocates feel their voices are not being heard.
They've never really come up to us and asked us if we had any solutions or any issues with regard to gun safety. They just basically talk to the Attorney General and say, this is what we're going to try to propose. And every year these gun provisions fail because they're not really common sense. They only hurt the law-abiding citizen.
So one of those bills may sound familiar to you. A version of Safe Schools was introduced last year. It didn't go anywhere. So coming up new tonight at 6, we'll take a closer look at that bill that involves concealed weapons at schools. In Providence, I'm Molly O'Brien, Eyewitness News.
Meanwhile, Governor Raimondo and Attorney General Peter Neronha have introduced 4 new gun safety bills.
The governor calls the measures common sense, but opponents say their voices haven't been heard. Eyewitness News reporter Molly O'Brien continues our in-depth coverage now live from Providence.
The Attorney General and the governor are introducing what they call those common sense gun control bills, saying it's our obligation to make Rhode Island safe. Now, one of those bills has a focus on keeping schools safe, and opponents tell me that bill could actually do more harm than good. Thursday, Governor Raimondo and Attorney General Peter Neronha unveiled their package of comprehensive gun safety reforms. 4 bills introduced. The Safe Schools bill would ban those with concealed carry permits from bringing a weapon on school grounds.
We're one of only 3 or 4 states that allows concealed carry weapons in schools. Every parent should know that right now in their children's schools, someone could walk in with a concealed carry weapon. That's not safe.
The Attorney General saying he supports taking action on common sense gun control.
I don't want them to lose their lives because we're afraid to make the tough decisions that will keep them safe.
Second Amendment advocates in attendance say the proposed bill actually hurts law-abiding citizens, and they aren't the problem.
One of the ones that we've always opposed, and is an extremely bad idea, is the gun-free zones in school. It does nothing at all for gun safety, for children's safety. It actually makes it worse. Getting rid of real security and putting a sign outside that says guns are not allowed here doesn't do anything.
So the governor and attorney general also voicing their support for an assault weapons ban and a ban on high-capacity magazines. And versions of those bills are already being discussed as of now, but both also being opposed by both the House Speaker and the Senate President. We're live in Providence. I'm Molly O'Brien, Eyewitness News.